We've all been in situations where we want to take a trip or buy something we've been eyeing. Your brain's logical side steps in. It says, can we afford this? Hold back and tell yourself, maybe in a few months. You can't take on more debt. Good news is, you're not alone. By 2023, over 64 million Americans will pay their debts of $120 billion in interest. That adds up to about $1,000 per home. It's a common problem many people have, but with a few tips, tricks, and smart choices about your finances, you can move closer to the freedom of a life without debt. What does debt-free living mean? Debt-free living doesn't always mean having no debt, despite what you may think after watching the video. It means getting rid of bad debt, keeping good debt, and living in a way that doesn't ruin your finances. Good debt versus bad debt. Only some loans are good. This can be hard to understand because debt is usually associated with bad things. But if you want to stay debt-free, you need some good debt because it helps keep your credit score high. When your credit score is high, the interest rates on any loans you have will be lower. This will help you control your debt and keep your finances under control. Regarding good debt, mortgages are the best kind you can have. Debt from student loans can also be good, as long as it's not too much. Investing in your education usually gives you a big return. On the other hand, bad debt includes credit card debt, almost all auto loans, payday loans, etc. Bad debt usually comes with high interest rates or helps you buy something that only loses value. Credit builder loan. Credit builder loans are a good way to improve your credit score without taking on more debt. When you get this loan, the bank puts the money into a certificate of deposit. Like a regular loan, you make monthly payments, but you can only use the money once the certificate of deposit matures. Then you get your money back, plus the interest you earned on the certificate of deposit. You build your credit and save money at the same time. Credit card free versus debt. Free? You don't have to cut up all of your credit cards to get out of debt. It can hurt your credit scores to close accounts. When you use credit cards and don't have any debt, you pay off the full balance every month. If you have a balance, you keep it manageable. After a big purchase, you plan to pay it down and get back to zero within 2 or 3 billing cycles. If you're enjoying this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends so we can keep making them, and make sure to hit the subscribe button to see more videos like this. 5 practical ways to live debt-free. Here are 5 easy ways to start getting out of debt and staying on track. Number 5, build large savings. It's hard to build up a big savings account, but it's also the best way to stay out of debt. Think of your savings as a way to prepare for costs you didn't expect, so you will be surprised when medical bills or car repairs come up. Saving is also important for long-term costs like a child's education or a new home, which you might still need to consider. Your savings will also be handy for fun things, like a spontaneous trip. But if you have a little money saved up, life's unexpected costs will sneak up on you and make it harder to live without debt. Remember that if you don't take out any loans, you won't have to make as many monthly payments as others. This will give you more room in your budget to keep a healthy savings account. Number 4, keep an emergency fund. When you don't have more money in your regular monthly budget, you can use the money in your emergency fund to make a difference. The savings account is only used for unforeseen expenses, such as medical bills or lost paychecks due to losing a job. It's a better option than using credit cards because you won't have to pay interest, and because it's a specifically designated fund, you won't have to spend any of your other funds. The best rule of thumb is to have an emergency fund that can cover your monthly expenses for at least 3 months. There is no requirement that you pay for it all at once. You can construct it in stages if you like. Make saving money a regular habit, even if it's just a few dollars at a time, and consider using a service that does the automatic saving. Also, beginning immediately is the accrual of interest on your investment. Create a financial plan and budget that incorporates consistent savings into your monthly spending routine and other monthly expenses. This can go a long way towards assisting you in becoming debt-free. Number 3, avoid leverage. If you are in debt, you should steer clear of using something that is called leverage. The ability to exercise influence over a sizable asset while having only a portion of its value invested is known as leverage. For instance, if you purchased a piece of property that cost $10,000 and required a $1,000 down payment, this would be an example of a 9-to-1 lever. You have loaned most of your funds, 90%, to invest 10% of your own money. When a Christian borrows money from a bank to invest, the ability to repay the loan is contingent on the venture producing a return. Therefore, borrowing money to invest is not a scriptural precept. However, if the investment does not generate a profit and the investor cannot keep up with the payments, the investment is lost and the individual is still responsible for paying back the bank. Is the result bonding in terms of financing? Number 2, pay off credit card transactions immediately. It is optional to do all financial transactions in cash to stay out debt. Some people find that using genuine currency makes it easier to resist making impulsive purchases or running up a large balance on their credit card. Charging items to your credit card is one way to develop credit, but there are other ways. For example, traveling, renting a car, or booking hotels are made much simpler by using a credit card. Credit card debt 2 sizes only apply for a credit card if you know your capabilities and realize that managing finances using a credit card would be difficult. If this is not the case, you should be confident to utilize your credit card to your advantage to earn rewards points and cash back. If you are determined to get a credit card or even more, you should make it a rule to pay for anything you buy with that card on the same day that you use it. Never wait till the bill comes every month. Before swiping your card, you will be required to consider the amount of money available inside your financial plan. Number 1, rent. Some people would consider it a living hell to rent for the rest of their lives, yet real estate costs are very high. If you are determined to remain debt-free, finding an affordable place to live will likely be your greatest obstacle. It is entirely feasible for most people in the middle class in the United States to put money aside to purchase a home of a more modest size, given that they do not live in Southern California. Spending several years renting and several years renting and saving is a rewarding experience. The length of time it takes to become a homeowner depends on the prospective homeowner's income level. Those who rent for an extended period are aware of the difficulties and disappointments of this lifestyle. Still, they also know that there are landlords who are honest and that renter's insurance is not prohibitively expensive. If you are single and can't afford to live on your own because you live in a major city, consider subletting or renting a room while you look for an especially excellent offer on an apartment. The creation of a strategy to remove debt can establish a schedule for paying off debt and help you reduce your current monthly spending. It can also assist you in determining which approaches can help you save money on interest costs and make the most progress toward paying off your debt in a shorter time. If dealing with your obligations has become an intolerable source of stress and you feel as though you are at a loss for how to go, you might want to investigate the possibility of obtaining some debt relief so that you can receive further assistance with your payments. So that's all for today's video. If you like this video, click the like and the bell buttons. We'll have another video for you soon. Take care until then.